So it looks like all love is lost between Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice, and JT because hours after news broke that Nicki Minaj unfollowed Ice Spice and JT on Instagram, sources close to Nicki Minaj are reporting that Nick has cut all ties with JT and Ice Spice as she is sick and tired of them trying to play cool with her while they say shit behind her back. First of all, I think I speak for everyone when I say Nicki Minaj unfollowing JT may not be surprising considering how suspect their relationship has been, but Nicki unfollowing Ice Spice may be one of the biggest shocks of the year. For those that might not be aware, Ice Spice used to be one of the few rap girlies Nicki Minaj was cool with, and in the last couple of years, they have collaborated on a couple of songs. Ice Spice was also vocal about how much Nicki Minaj inspires her, and she has been caught a couple of times bidding Nicki Minaj's style, but the Barbs gave her a free pass because she was one of them. Talking about bidding Nicki Minaj's style, a few weeks ago, Ice Spice was called out by a hairstylist after she failed to pay for the Nicki Minaj-inspired wigs she ordered. The hairstylist revealed that Ice Spice's team reached out to her and agreed to pay a service fee, but never did. However, the team did reach out for another unit, but when Gia reminded them about the service fee they never paid, things went left. Things happen, but that is not how you handle someone that respects your business and always comes through for you at the very last minute, Gia wrote. Literally. Also, you still owe me my wig back because it's not paid for what's going on with that. But then Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice started having issues when Ice Spice defended Cardi B. When a TikTok influencer called her ghetto, Ice Spice then posted this photo of her and Cardi, which angered a lot of Barb's cause. Y'all know it's known knowledge that Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are ops, and there's no way you can be friends with both of them cause you gotta chose sides. A few days later, Ice Spice's BFF leaked their conversation about Nicki Minaj and how Ice Spice feels about Nicki in the text. Ice Spice called Nicki Minaj ungrateful and delusional and talked about how she's cutting her off. A few weeks after the chat leaked, Ice Spice sat down for an interview with Rolling Stone magazine where she was asked about her relationship with Nicki Minaj, and she said, "We don't have the closest relationship, you know? But we're good, we're mutual. We had smash records together. I love us together. I think the world does too." And when she was asked about the leaked chat, she said, "I don't really think she cares about shit like that coming from a random girl," the Munch rapper said of Minaj. "But what I said in those texts was just in a moment of frustration around contract negotiations. I could have chosen different words, but at the end of the day, regardless of how I felt in that moment, Nicki is still somebody I respect as an artist, and I'm always going to admire everything she's done for me and the culture." While Nicki Minaj unfollowing Ice Spice may come as a surprise to a lot of people, her situation with JT seems very straightforward, and while they both have pretended to be friends in the last couple of months, we all knew all was not right between them. In fact, they got off in the wrong foot after the City Girls got their big break. Young Miami was on The Breakfast Club where Charlemagne the God asked her if the City Girls would ever work with Nicki Minaj, and this was what she said.
I just rather stay away from that question. Like, I don't want to get into that, but I am Team Cardi. City Girls is Team Cardi. Cardi support the City Girls.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to ask. He don't have to ask. We'll just wake up and it's a tweet about the City Girls. Like, she really loves City Girls. She supports the City Girls.
Also, there's this video of her freestyling about how much she doesn't love Nicki. What makes this thing crazier is that the video was made way before she became famous, so y'all know the dislike was real.
Other day, there is a group that they have over there that keeps mentioning your name because they want to do a song with you. Would you do a record with the City Girls?
I don't know. What I will say is that a few years ago, I saw a video of them, and I asked someone on their team at that time, I asked someone about them. Like, oh my God, I heard and I saw this video, and that's cute, Dad. Like, I was thinking about jumping on a record, one of their records that was out at that time. And then social media happened. You know what I'm saying? Social media happened with when, people will say things about someone, like an artist, whether they tweet it or say it, or whether they get pulled, whether it gets pulled out of them in an interview or something like that. And the thing is, whenever you post something on the internet, is there forever.
Yeah.
But it's about, why would I work with somebody that doesn't like me?
Hours after clips from Nicki's interview with Headcrack and Laurel on the Morning Hustle radio show went viral, Nicki tweeted that she had a conversation with JT and Karacia, squashing the beef, and was ready to move on. She said, "I just had a great convo with JT and Young Miami. Let's move on and make new memories, y'all." JT quoted the tweet saying, "Sag sister, thank you for your time and your advice. A true queen, love you." Miami also quoted Nicki's tweet saying, "Queen Tings." Earlier this year, JT showed her support towards Nicki and tweeted, "I salute Nicki Minaj for not tapping out and still dropping music knowing it's so many odds against her. It's big money to end Nicki, but it's a bigger God. Keep being you. Your legacy will never be undone. I love you." But a few months ago, Nicki Minaj posted this cryptic message on Twitter. She said, "Today, I learned a life lesson that I, for some reason, seem to keep needing to learn again and again." She then quoted the tweet and said, "Stop being so quick to try to help people." It was clear Nicki was feeling betrayed, and a fan quoted the tweet saying, "I'm such a giving person. I've literally been telling myself this the entire year. People are either ungrateful or leeches, users, or never there when you need help." Nicki replied, "They also tend to treat the people who'd never really help them, who look down on them, who treat them like dog, like kings and queens. That's who they revere. Once you become accessible to them, they forget that it's an actual blessing from the heavens that you're in their life." She also tweeted, "The people who wouldn't spit on them if they were on fire." A few weeks later, Nicki Minaj was live on Station Head, where alerted the Barbs that she had a beef going on with JT, and the Barbs should stop supporting her latest mixtape. Nicki went far to blocking some of her fans who were showing love to JT and Girl. Nicki blocking her fans meant things were messier than what we think.
Please question why a person goes from liking you to hating/obsessing, but you also have to question why a person would go from unliking you to loving you. Well, looks like I found out some things. And honey child, we about to have a story time. A story time. Well, once upon a time, there lived a person. The person we will call Person. The best way to describe a lot of these people, not necessarily one person in the story. Let's put all the persons together. The best way to describe these persons is, have you ever seen Little Red Riding Hood?
But then a few days, eagle-eyed fans noticed Nicki unfollowed Ice Spice and JT, and the news went viral immediately. While Nicki Minaj has not come out to explain the reason why she did, sources close to her revealed that Minaj is sick and tired of backstabbers and fake friends. The source revealed Nicki Minaj wanted to focus on herself alone and made it clear she considers JT and Ice Spice ops. Nicki Minaj unfollowing airing the reason why she unfollowed JT and Ice Spice had fans talking, and they left comments saying, "These girls are playing checkers, but Nicki is playing chess. They think Nicki don't be knowing the fake she that they do behind her back, but she always clocks it. Now she has to cut them off quietly, because if she says something, the internet and blogs that get paid to spread negativity about Nicki will portray her as bitter and force the audiences to turn against her. It's big money to end Nicki Minaj's legacy, but she always will come out on top. I will be at the next tour for the 3rd time." Some of you forgot how JT used to diss Nicki for no reason. Nicki still showed love. Ice was exposed for talking BS about Nicki. I wish Nicki would stop working with these girls. They only use her for clout. Why are we making a big deal out of people unfollowing people? So, do you think Nicki did the right thing by unfollowing Ice Spice and JT? Or do you think unfollowing JT and Ice Spice was a total mistake? Let me know what you think in the comments, then check out this next video.